All right, welcome back. Here we are live. I'm going to do a quick sound check here. We're looking good. All right, we're on our NeoFly career mode update, episode number 36. We are heading over to James A. Rhodes Airport. And that is in Ohio. And that is our destination. Let's go ahead and key that in there. All right, so we have our VIP mission here in NeoFly. So we're going to get this thing going here. We're going to adjust that. We're going to check our elevation here. Only need 2,500 feet in elevation for safety. So we're going to go ahead and set that. And we are, I think, good to go here. Yep. All right, so we're going to notify safety seatbelts and safety procedures overhead. We're going to release our parking brake here, and we're going to go ahead and adjust our throttle and get going here up in the air. And as we're going, we're going to reduce our flaps. So we're sitting here in the Cessna CJ4. It's a corporate jet, Class E plane. We're going to go ahead and take off here.
Pilot from dispatch. Fly safe. These customers don't like excitement.
There you go. Everything is smooth sailing at this point. We got positive climb, so we're going to go ahead and kick our landing gear up. As we are departing from Lucas Field over in Kentucky. We're going to keep an eye on our speed here as we level off. We're looking at 2,500 feet now. So we're going to go ahead and reduce our throttle. That was pretty much our climb, super quick. We're going to go ahead and turn towards our heading here. We're at about 63 degrees it should land on. Looking right here. All right, 69, not too bad. Looks like we're leveling out at about 131 knots. Oh, we're still going. All right, we're going to be crossing Interstate 75 up there in just a moment. It looks like we're coming up to Lamar Field there, about 13 nautical miles ahead of us. Let's go ahead and take a look at our exterior as we fly over the state of Kentucky. 260 is our red zone there that we don't want to hit. So we'll keep an eye on that as we fly around here in our exterior mode. And we got the town of Lexington right there. It's a lot smoother than this morning for the internet. We had some storms come through, so that probably is what it was. Alright, total flight here that we have to, well, the total flight is 122 nautical miles. With our takeoff there, we narrowed it down and chopped it down to 106 nautical miles to go. Should be roughly about 18 minutes fly time. We'll tack on a little bit more to add in our slowdown and our approach. But it looks like we're headed east here. And looks like the sun is off to our west, so I'm guessing we have a live time situation going on. Nope. But we can keep it on the sunset there. We do have live weather though. And we'll go ahead and talk to ATC.
Lexington approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna CJ4 4 miles southwest of Tree Kilo Yankee 0 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Lexington approach. Squawk 0 Tree 17.
Squawk 0 Tree 17 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact tree mile south of Tree Kilo Yankee 0 2,500 feet. Altimeter 29.97.
Roger Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Alright, approaching 240 knots, so we are cruising along here. We got 97 nautical miles ready to go. So we are chopping that down pretty fast here. So we're running parallel to Interstate 64. Which looks like it might be that road. Alright, everything's looking pretty good here. We got our oil temp, oil pressures in the green. Our N1% is looking good at 66.7 on the left engine, 66.9 on the right. And it's a little breezy out, so it's coming in from our back from right to left at 28 knots, 27 now. And we are going to be landing in Jackson, Ohio at the Rhodes airport here, known as I-43. And that runway is also, it used to be known as I-43. It's known as I-43 in our flight planner, but it has a current name of KJRO. And that is an asphalt runway, single runway. We're going to be landing on runway number 9. The other end of it is runway 19. It is 5,191 feet in length, so about a medium length runway there. Sits at 724 feet above sea level. So our approach will do about 16, little over 1,600 feet above sea level. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring up NeoFly here, and we're going to go ahead and serve some drinks here. We can probably undo the safety belt and the safety and let everybody move around all happy like. And then to give you a quick update, we're sitting at 8.2 million in cash. Our pilot's Hurricane is currently in the air. They're looking to land in Northeast Florida at 6:21 p.m. Snoop, who has a co-pilot of Gucci, who is also in a CJ4, is looking to land at 6:56 p.m. there. She's in a VIP mission, and so is Hurricane. And Hurricane's flying our TBM 930 that we own. We still own the Cessna 172 that's in a hangar over there at KRRT, and we're flying the Orbit Cessna Citation CJ4. She's flying the Xbox Aviators Club that we're renting. So we're renting this plane. We're renting the 2 CJ4s, and we own the other 2. Go ahead and acknowledge the handoff.
124.225 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Indianapolis Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 2,500 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Indianapolis Center altimeter 29.95 radar contact to continue.
Alright, we'll continue on, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at our flight planner. And we're coming up to Hillsborough here, flying right past that. It looks like we got a little mountainy range here as we come up to the this looks like the border of Ohio. So Kentucky and Ohio is separated by the Ohio River that we will be coming up to, and we're already pretty much at a midway point here. We got 67 nautical miles to go, 40 miles to go to the top of our descent. We'll get the exterior view, see if we can see the Ohio River at some point. I'll let you know when we get a little bit closer. We sure do have a lot of greenery here. So Snoop, Hurricane, they're all doing their thing, earning us some money. And let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, so our tour adventure, we are doing, we completed our Hawaiian tour, and then we started a Ireland tour. So we did leg number 1 for that. We have no idea how many legs there's going to be. But enjoying that. We did the southern coast from, trying to see if I remember. I know we landed in Kerry, Ireland. Let me see if I can pull up what that flight was. I know when I see the town that we depart at, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that's it. That's where we went from. Let's go ahead and view our channel. Go to videos here. We got a couple of pre-planned. We did an episode 44 Ireland trip here. Boom. We went from Cork. So we went from Cork, Ireland to Kerry, Ireland. Cork Airport, EICK to EIKY. And we used Bush Talk Radio to point out a few highlights along the way. And that was very enjoyable. We are still coming up to the Ohio River here, kind of obscured by the little rolling hill mountains. We are approaching pretty fast there. Speed's still at about 140 knots.
Indianapolis Center, Alaska, 7 Heavy flight level 340. Alaska, 7 Heavy Indianapolis Center radar contact. Continue to Yoga.
And as soon as we come up to the Ohio River, we're going to be flying into Ohio, obviously. But, sorry, it's been a long day of stating the obvious here. But I'll give you, after we pass over the river, I'll give you the update on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and where we stand with that. So we're coming across 59, and then we should see a road come up that is 1149. That might be within the trees. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see that or not. Oh, looks like we can. So that is Trace Road 1149. And then the next road is State Road 9.
128.4 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Huntington
Got a little turbulence there, bouncing up and down. And this road coming up here is Montgomery Road, also known as 3311. All right, the Ohio River is there off to our left and kind of loops up and around, and should be off to the right as well. Kind of loops around, but we'll be crossing over it momentarily. So the Ohio River kind of runs up that way, and I think that's actually part of it up there. So we have 35 nautical miles to go here to our destination, 22 nautical miles to our top of our descent. And we'll probably start our slowdown just before that. Give us a little bit of time to slow down. So with that, I'll actually be right back. Just going to go refresh my drink. Alright, I am back, and just in time to start seeing the Ohio River come into view. And since we're pretty close to the airport here, 29 nautical miles, I'll just go ahead and give you the quick update on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We did prepay for a package, so we're super excited about that. We got that out of the way. And we did quite a few upgrades to our computer. We increased the storage size on our C drive. We doubled up our RAM and installed that last weekend, I think. And then we also installed a new router to get some bigger bandwidth. So everything should be set to go. That's all the upgrades I'm going to do on the computer in preparation of 2024. And yeah, as we get a little closer here, I'm going to go ahead and reduce our speed because we have 25 nautical miles to go, and we need to deploy our flaps here. So we need to drop down to 200 knots, I believe, is the top of the white arc. We should be able to see that here. Go ahead and reduce that even more. Yeah, there's the top of the white arc. That's where it's safe to deploy your flaps and lower your landing gear. So it takes a minute to kind of slow down, but I guess we can kind of hit the air brakes a little bit and get that acceleration to the top of our descent a little quicker. Alright, there is 200. So we'll go ahead and retract our landing gear, go 50% flaps. We'll increase our throttle to counteract the drag. And see what kind of speed we land at. Not too bad, 181, that's not too bad. The At the top of our descent, which is in about 5.8 nautical miles, we're going to try to bring this thing down to 120 knots. We can even start our descent down to the 1600. So we're going to go ahead and notify seatbelts to our passengers that we have. And we'll go to 1600 there, and we'll hit FLC mode and increase our vertical speed up to about 200 knots. Should be good. As we level off here, we should be slowing down a little bit more. We'll slow this thing down to about 45%. See if we can hit that 120 mark as we make our right hand or left hand turn here to line up to the runway. And once we make that turn, once we start the turn, we'll be about 10 miles outside of the runway. And again, this is Rhodes Airport, I-43. Sits at 724 feet above sea level over in Jackson, Ohio. All right, that little asterisk there at about, I guess it's 125 knots is basically the speed that we want for when we hit the runway. Let's go ahead and peek over the little dashboard here, see if we can get a visual on the runway. It's going to be up over here, I believe. Alright, no visual yet. We'll go ahead and contact the tower.
India 4 tree traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 1 to land.
Alright, we're just going to announce our landing here since we're on a VFR flight. There is a taxiway at the end of the runway on the right hand side. Alright, we got visual on the runway. We'll go ahead and take off our autopilot. And we're going to slowly descend and reduce our throttle here. And we'll try to hit that target of 125. We should be hitting the 500 mark warning at about 1,200 feet, a little bit over. Wind is directly at our back at 14 knots. Not the most ideal wind situation. We'll see if the wind lowers as we get a little lower to the ground though. Should be hitting the 500 mark warning soon. Alright, don't have the steadiest hand this evening. Speed at 125. $120. Alright, we're looking good. We got green lights coming in pretty nice here. Alright, we basically cut the throttle, so we're on cruise mode here. Seems like we're going to make a nice smooth landing.
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
Alright, there you go. We got touchdown, ladies and gentlemen.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
We're going to skip that one since we're cruising along pretty good. But we will take the next one. We won't take the grass one though. So a small little airport here over in Jackson. Got a nice little sunset here, well-maintained grass. We got some fuel station there, that's good. We have a guide directing us or no? Yep, yes we do. Alright, there you go. So successful landing there. We'll go ahead and turn off our engines. We'll go left engine off. Right engine off.
The VIPs are leaving the aircraft and are heading straight to the limo.
And go ahead and turn our battery and our standby off. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll collect the funds for our NeoFly VIP mission here, and we will call it a night. So hope everybody enjoys their night. Hit that subscribe button if you can. It'll help the channel out a lot.
All the passengers have disembarked. Good job.
And just want to say that I appreciate the all the new subs that have come on here.
Ready for engine start.
And all the watch hours that we've seen grow significantly over the last month or so. So appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. And we will see you on the next one.